Come, young one. Let me share with you the tale of the Smiths. Many eons ago, a race of beings called the Forgeborn were brought into this world. They were wild and fierce, and they roamed the world seeking carnage. A village in the land of Foroman became the subject of destruction, until the Smiths, who were strong and cunning, came to their aid. Unprepared, the Forgeborn were wounded, and set out to spread the word to their brothers and sisters, who decided to test the might of the Smiths. In preparation, the Smiths gave the villagers armor, weapons, and the training required to defeat them. Thanks to the Smiths' guidance and wares, the Forgeborn were doomed to spend their days in captivity. Now that they had their newfound freedom, the villagers were finally able to expand their domain and to create kingdoms that were ruled by the Council of the Mastersmiths. With focus elsewhere, the Forgeborn took advantage of the people's complacency and worked together to fabricate a weapon of their own design. Who was a near-perfect replica of a Mastersmith, was made to become a member of the Council of Mastersmiths and to disrupt the progress they had made. In no time, disagreements arose and the kingdoms were split. Thus became the Solarsmiths of the North, the Ironsmiths of the East, and the Shadowsmiths of the West. With their alliance in shambles, the Forgeborn were able to escape their bonds and were released, taking new forms to immerse themselves in this new world. But do not be afraid, young one. There is yet another tale that says we shall be saved by a new smith who will unite the kingdoms and defeat the Forgeborn once more. Oh, so the story goes.
What's good? Yo, welcome on in, ladies and Smiths. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day today. It is the 19th of August. We are a little over halfway through with the month, and this stuff is coming up quick. This year is coming up super quick. So I've already started working on the Halloween costume for this year. If you guys have access to the early access archives, and you've already been seeing all the progress that we've been making on it, and I'm super happy with how that's coming along. I think it's going to be a really cool year. I still got to figure out a bunch of different little tiny bits and pieces for it, but overall, like I said, I'm pretty happy with it, and it's gonna be a fun year, man. I think it's gonna be a fun year. This might be, provided everything goes the right way, this might be the last year that you see this little guy for Halloween, you know? So might as well try to make it a good one. I'm just working my ass off to make it happen. So there might be some things I have to sacrifice. Maybe not. I don't know. We'll see what happens. Honestly, the more and more that I'm learning, the more and more I'm realizing that it's probably going to have to get pushed back a little bit. So we'll see what winds up happening. I don't really know, to be honest with you. But I'm still hopeful, still keeping my head up and still learning all the different things. What's good, Casey? How you doing, dude? Who all we got in here? We got Nerdy, we got DK, we got Filthy. What's happening? I know, DK. I know. I'm there with you on that. I just saw your message. I'm there with you on that. But you know what? We got a lot of good homies in here. That's really what matters right now. You know what I mean? Like I said, y'all the OGs that are hanging out in here at the end of the day. It's going to be, when there's a bunch of people in here, you guys will be like, yo, I remember Blacksmith when X, Y, and Z. You know what I mean? So it's all good. It's like the OGs who have seen boiled Peanut's face. You know what I mean? Very select few people. All right, let's hop on over into here real quick. If you guys weren't a part of all the other escapades, to cover some things, we were playing a lot of Battlefield 6 recently. Had a really fun time with it. Really excited for it to come out. And until then, we're going to be working on more stuff having to do with the 3D side of everything. I've been learning a lot of stuff about rigging and animation. At the moment, mostly rigging. But yeah, I should be pretty well versed in a lot of shit after I'm done with the course. I've been really like working hard to try to get it done. It's a very long course. It's like a 50-hour course, and that's just for the rigging, not even the animation. So it's a lot, but I'm working hard to do it, you know. Does the opening have a muted song? Yeah, so the opening is all Spotify stuff. The opening's all Spotify stuff, and I can't play that on YouTube. Otherwise, like, my shit gets like paused essentially. So I have to wait until afterwards. I know it's a little jarring. Trying to figure out a way to be able to get by that, but at the moment, because YouTube doesn't have that separate audio channel thing like Twitch does, it gets like, it basically stops my stream for some reason. So I just stopped doing it. You know what I mean? Are you considered an OG? I think you are at this point for sure. I would say so. I don't know. We keep on bringing it back and back. But I'd say so. That's crazy, Nerdy. That's crazy. Why are you calling me out? I remember Blacksmith when he wasn't a bitch. That's crazy. No, you don't. I was born this way. I woke up on this side of the bed. I'm doing good though, Casey. Glad to hear that you're doing not bad, man. You've been catching up on Rivals. I'm gonna start playing Venom since I really like his new skin. What's his new skin that he got? If they bring Lila in the game, I might have to make an exception. I might have to play some more Rivals. I mean, it's kind of, I feel like I can't not, you know what I mean? So I remember last time that we talked about this, we had a bunch of different ideas for the shapes in mind. Honestly, I think I'm just going to go with a box or like a square just to kind of keep it simple. I know it's not what we discussed, but I am trying to really just work on like having progress done, you know what I mean? So I'm just gonna make it like a square thing. I still think we could make it cool. It'd be like a little iron thing that's on, but that's what I'm gonna do with it. Oh, there we go. What's the new skin? The new Venom skin is kind of lame. It makes him look more like a rooster. A rooster? Bro, what the fuck is this Venom skin that makes him look like a fucking rooster? is getting a Phoenix Force skin. It looks really cool. It shows Eddie Brock's face. The symbiote looks like a dead bird. New Venom skin. Why is he a bird? Oh, Phoenix, I guess. Okay, fair enough. I thought you were just saying that like things kind of made him slightly look like a bird, but no, that dude straight up looks like a bird. Oh, this, what the fuck? That's. Wait, that's Venom? That's not Venom. Who's that? Is that Winter Soldier? Yeah, it's Winter Soldier. Okay. That's a pretty nice skin. Oh, I like that. I like the voice effect. Sorry, it might be hard to hear. I like the voice effect. Huh. That's kind of cool. I can dig that. Oh, wait. What is this? This was released 3 hours ago. What? Wait, what?
Brother, help me here. You ain't even trying. It's all me. Look at that belly of yours. Where's the mountain? Hey, you're falling flat, losing again. Drop that coswallop.
Bro, why is that his accent?
Back, as long as we keep that mountain in her heart. Hey. No scolding, no flogging, life spared. What risk going back? This place, we've got food on our table and...
Bro, why do they have this accent? Why do you say flogging? You play as a god, forgot his name though. I mean, if it's Wukong, then it's is it not just the next, is it not just a DLC? Bro, why does that look so fucking good? It's not Wukong. That is a big ass tiger. Oh, so it's not a DLC? It's just a different Black Myth game? Oh, you're Zhang Kuei. What? Or is that the bad guy? Or do you get to play as Zhang Kuei? Zhang Kuei. What? What? That's crazy. Yeah, it's a sequel. That's cool. I will show you, Filthy. Oh, this is a long ass video. This is a long ass video. Can I? Do you got like the speed note version of it? Oh shit. History? Question mark? Maybe this?
Zhang Kuei is usually portrayed as a figure grasping a sharp sword.
That's not really doing much justice to the guy, huh? Cool fucking demon fighting dude. Yeah, he's a demon fighter guy in Chinese mythology. Oh, fucking Christ, bro. All right, I'll turn you down. My bad. Holy shit. That was so loud.
Chinese mythology, Zhongqi is a Taoist deity, traditionally regarded as the hunter of Chinese demons,
Yeah.
and is sometimes called the king of ghosts.
I like that,
Zhongqi is
DK. I like
depicted as
that.
a large man with a big black beard. and a
Wukong was
wrathful
good to start
expression.
off with. It's very
He is able
iconic.
to command 80,000 demons, and is often associated with the 5 bats of fortune. He was greatly feared by angry spirits and evil entities, and due to his popularity he is regarded as a deity in multiple faiths in China, Japan and Vietnam.
I even know about that.
Once, Zhongqi with his friend Du Ping traveled to the palace in Chang'an to take part in the statewide exam. He scored the highest anyone that had ever taken, earning him the rank of Zhuang Yuan, which guaranteed great fortune. Because of his appearance, ministers thought that Zhongqi would bring shame to the empire. So the ministers decided to strip Zhong of his earned title of Zhuang Yuan.
Yeah, he was like famously
After
ugly.
dying,
Kind of like
Zhongqi descended to the underworld and
Vulcan
was brought before King Yama, the king of hell in Chinese mythology.
or
King Yama saw the potential in
Amestus?
Zhongqi, as the
Whatever
universe
the fuck
was
his name
filled
is.
with evil entities, and the Yama was struggling to bring order to the chaos. Yama then gave him a title as the king of
I agree,
ghosts,
DK.
and gave him the task of hunting down, capturing
Yeah, so basically, dude just like went around killing a bunch of spirits and ghosts and shit. He's just a cool guy, cool character, a lot of cool lore behind the dude. So there's plenty of stories that they could adapt into the game stuff for him, which is neat. That's super sick, dude. I liked the Wukong game. It was a solid like 8 out of 10 for me. So I'm interested to see what else this studio has to offer. That's cool, dude. Super into it. So we have that. Maybe I would just make it like this and then longer. Something like that. Would that be too weird looking? Like if I stylized it and put it on there, would that be just too odd? You could convince your brother to get it for you on his PS5. Nice. Hey, what's up, Verse? How you doing, dude? Okay. Also, how you doing, Nuggets? Let's look up some things here. Pinterest. Let's go into PureRef. Forge Room. There we go. And let's look at some wooden medieval door. Did you play Wukong, DK? Because Wukong was good. I really liked Wukong. Trying to figure out how I want this to look. I don't want to overthink it either. I just want it to not look like shit. Let's see. That just has the little circle there, which might not be bad. That's got a little like T kind of thing going on. Dude, that's a fucking sick door if it's real. That's so fucking cool. I like it. Maybe one day I'll have a house with a Hobbit door. You completed it, was halfway through New Game Plus. I don't think I liked it enough to play New Game Plus, but it was fun. That would be funny. It was a good game, just probably not for like New Game Plus for me. I don't know how to look up the thing I need. It's like a round door handle, but I feel like that's going to give me different results than what I'm looking for. You know what I mean? This is nice, though. Did you do the secret area in Chapter 5 where you get the Bull King armor? I think I did. I did a lot of the secrets. And I'm 90% sure I did all of the secrets. Yeah, this is kind of what I had in mind. So maybe we could just do something like this. It would be fun. What's this? Ooh, I like that. Copy, paste. So this is like a super simple kind of thing going on here. Let me see if I can move this up here instead. So let's do this. Narrow it up a bit. Good bit. Is it just something like this? With some rivets in there? And then, do another thing here. Make it smaller. In a bit. Out a bit. Yeah, something like this. Raise it up a little bit. Something like that probably isn't too bad. Wukong got an update patch now, and it has an in-game map. Oh, that's interesting. That's nice. Yeah, I was just kind of like having to figure it out as I went. Maps are nice. I like a good map. I love Elden Ring's map. That thing is so gorgeous. I would hang that map on my wall. Okay, so I want these, and I'm going to take it, and I think I want a Dynamesh. Why don't I have a Dynamesh button? Dumb. Hold on. Preferences, config, enable customize. Let's go to geometry. Let's find our Dynamesh. Let's drag this here. We'll also get the resolution. And I think that's all we need. I don't think I really need any of this other stuff at the moment. Should I also get the Z remesher? There's just a lot of options here. I'm not gonna put the Z remesher on there, but I will do that. Let's do preferences. Turn that off. Store config. Okay. Oh, you know what I watched a bit today. Today I watched the new. Why is it getting rid of it? Weird. I watched the new Alien Earth show. The first 2 episodes of that. Remesh by Union? Weird. Why are you not doing the things? Remesh by Dynamesh? Huh. Maybe if I gotta put them together. Oh, are they not touching? Oh, they're not touching. That's why. Let's extend that out to that. Okay, now if I do Dynamesh on it, will it do it now? Weird. It cancels it. What if I do this? No. Oh, there we go. Okay. Weird. I don't know why it was doing that. Never had that issue before. Usually it just like joins up together. It was just because it was in a different group. Odd. Let me turn off most of the doorway here. Turn that off. There we go. Oh. Goodness. The only good thing Disney Plus has right now is the new season of King of the Hill. You know what's crazy about that, though? Wait, Disney Plus. Oh, Disney Plus has that? Do they have the old episodes? Because I've been watching Hulu King of the Hill, and it only has up to season 8 or something like that. In FromSoft we trust. FromSoft. Oh, for Elden Ring map. I thought you were saying for Black Myth Wukong. There we go. I forgot what the thing was. I guess we'll just go trim dynamic. It's a classic. There we go. Just get some basic shapes on here going. Kind of break this up a bit. Not as sharp of corners and such. There we go. Bang it up a little bit. Disney Plus has Alien Earth. Does it? I don't know. I was watching it on Hulu. Maybe Disney has it. I think Disney owns Hulu now. What does Disney not own? I'm very conflicted about this show, though. Very conflicted about it. There's a lot of things I like and a lot of things I don't like. It's just hard to have, like, my opinion on it, you know? I believe they own Hulu. Yeah, I think they do. Let's have it in water. Still haven't played, but I want to. You haven't played Elden Ring yet? What other FromSoft games have you played? If not Elden Ring. Let's turn that off. Let's add a subdivision level. Let me go in here a little bit more. You finally won on Black Stake? Damn, dude. You progressing quick. It's exciting. What was your strategy to get through that? Honestly, I wasn't expecting to get past purple when we were in the call together. I was just kind of playing it just to play it. I didn't expect to actually get anywhere with it. And then we accidentally did that shit. I was like, oh shit. I've been trying to get past that point for a while. I kind of just stopped playing for a bit. Not because it's not a good game, but just because I wasn't making any progress, and like with the amount of thinking I had to do kind of started to get too much for it to be just a little casual thing I was picking up. I was like, yeah, I don't know if I'm feeling it. I feel like if I'm not progressing in that game, like if I'm not getting any progression happening, I'm having a hard time enjoying it as much as I used to. And I don't know why. I don't know why it's like that, but that's how I feel about it. It's a fun game, but it's fun because you have the possibility of progressing, and with all the stuff that keep on getting added, it just kind of makes it a little bit more difficult in a way that doesn't feel super engaging to me, personally. Three of Kinds? Ooh, very nice. I sent you a snap of the Jokers I had, bet. You still kind of like Alien? I like Alien. Alien Earth, I just have, like, mixed feelings about. God damn, bro. Oh, dude, Constellation goes hard. Damn, you had so many Jokers. What the fuck? So many negatives. Very nice. You know what you should have done, Water? You should have saved that seed for that run that you did that you blame me for, and then replayed it and not do the thing that you did just to see if you actually would have won it, because I feel like you definitely still would have lost. You meant Black Myth. I've played the Soulsborne series. Oh, nice. Hell yeah, dude. Yeah, it's fun. It's fun. It's much more akin to like Sekiro stuff though, with the parrying system. So If you like Sekiro, you'll probably like Black Myth as well. In my opinion, it's still like it's still an 8 out of 10. Definitely things I could have been better about it, but it's still a good game overall. Let's blur this up a bit. There you go. Just extend that out a little bit. Has some breathing room. I actually really like who they got to do the android. I forgot his name, though. For the new Alien Earth. Have you seen the trailer for Good Boy? No. What is that? Wukong didn't have parrying. It relied on perfect dodging. Did it? What am I thinking of then? I could have sworn I had perfect. I could have sworn I had parrying. Maybe. Okay. I think maybe I was like saying that the dodge system felt like the parrying. Maybe that's what I was thinking of. I don't know. Because I remember it having like similar kind of vibes to that kind of thing. Nova, thank you so much for the bits, dude. I appreciate it. How you doing? I remember the timing system just felt very akin to something like that because of some system. I guess it was the dodging system, perfect dodging system. It's a horror told through the eyes of a dog. Oh, no, I have seen that. I have seen that. Yeah. I can't say I'll be watching it. I'm not a huge, like, horror fan, but I have seen what you're talking about. Yo, Nova. Thank you so much for the follow, dude. Welcome on in. About to get some love and chant for Nova coming in here. Although I will say, you know what movie I would fucking love to see? I would love to see a movie where it's a horror movie that you're following basically like a Marine that oh dude, it's the Marines that encountered the flood for the first time. You know, something along that premise. That would be cool as fuck. You're part of the I forgot what squad it was, but the squad that was with Johnson. And they when you first get introduced to the flood in Halo Combat Evolved. That would be sick. That would be super fucking cool. Probably won't watch it either, but the concept is cool. There you go. Basically just adding kind of like little welds, essentially, around these parts. Just kind of gives it a little bit more of a realistic look. There you go. Let's try this over here. Let's see, brush. Let's do where's the thing at? Ooh. Let's do this noise. Maybe this wouldn't be too bad. Oh, something like this on here. Hopefully it's not too stylized, though. Might be too stylized. I'm gonna take that off. There's a Warhammer podcast I listen to, and they give a cool idea of a horror movie, but it's through the eyes of a demon. But they're running from a protagonist that's an unstoppable Grey Knight demon hunter. You know, I have yet to see the Amazon show. What was it? Level Up, Next Level, whatever the fuck. You know, do you know what I'm talking about? I actually haven't seen that. Was it any good? Did anybody here actually watch it? Ooh, come on now. Because I did not. I'm gonna do metal. Any horror movies that are based around military personnel are way better to you because it makes the threat seem way more real. Well, I mean, to be fair, we're talking about like Halo and the Flood. It's like we're talking Space Marines, you know what I mean? But fair enough, fair enough. I feel like you might as well be talking about Warhammer stuff with that, you know? Some of these might not be bad. Do you have a pack that has all of it? What is this one? That's almost what I want. But it's only 9 of them? That's not a lot. That has a decent amount. Metal surface. Ooh. Howdy. Oh shit, it came? Hannah just got her first camera a little bit ago, and now she got a strap for it. Wow. Yeah. Like a real nice leather strap for it. This is cool. Yeah, so this just screws onto the bottom of your camera. And you see here how it moves. So you can have this around here with it like screwed in. That way it's by your side, but then when you're walking, you're like, oh, hey, that's a cool picture. Well, you know, once you get it all worked out for your size, you can be like, oh shit, that's a cool picture. And then just instantly take your picture and then it goes back down here. What camera did she get? She got a Nikon D7500 for a really good price. It was used on Facebook Marketplace and it just works. Hell yeah. She picked it up for a couple $100 and the camera typically sells for like $1,500 or something like that. She got a cool like blue leather strap with it. That's awesome. Oh, you can keep your goose. Yeah. Got a little keychain for it. Oh yeah. That's nice. Where's mine? Huh? No, it would go on my work camera for sure. That's cool though. I like that. Yeah, it's like a legit buckle and like legit metal pieces. Huh. I don't know a lot about Nikon cameras, but I know they're pretty good. Yeah. So she was using my D750 for a while, and then we found this one, Nikon D7500, which is basically the APS-C version of it. But yeah. It's pretty nice. Pretty solid little camera here. Got a little flip screen. It's all weather sealed and everything. So, works out pretty well for her. We went out shooting pretty recently as well. I know that you know that, Water. I sent you the pictures, but... Yeah. You get the fun part of setting it all up. Dope shots. I had a really good time with it. We both got ate the fuck up, though. So much. Those fucking, those bugs were no joke. No joke. You what? Oh, laughed a little. So Hannah was just leaving.
Going for a run. Better myself.
Have a fun time. I don't like to better myself. I like to just stay a piece of shit. Love you. You running? I know. But, you know, she's trying to be healthy and shit, and I should do it too. I'm just a bitch. I also, I'm waiting for my leg to get a little bit better. I want to see all the brushes, though. This doesn't really show me all of it. Yo, Pound Stream, how you doing, dude? Thank you so much for the gift, man. Thank you, thank you. 300 brushes. What the fuck? That's what I like to hear. Okay, these are... Oh, there's the draw. Huh. Okay, this could work. This could work. All right, let's do this. Let me walk over here real quick. I'm doing good. How's the stream? Stream's chilling, man. We're doing good. We're doing pretty good. I have a Dune soundtrack on, and right now it's just kind of getting all creepy on me, but, you know. Aside from that, pretty fucking solid. What's with the spooky-ass music? It's Dune, bro. It's Dune. The Art and Soul of Dune official soundtrack. I don't know. If you have any recommendations, hit me up. You said your leg was growing a friend. What does that exactly mean? Check the lore channel. Get us out this cave-ass music. I got you. Hold on. Ew, Lords of the Fallen 2 trailer? Ugh. Here we go. I got you. Hope this helps. What you been up to, pal stream? Come on now. Let's go to, is it this? It's not this. This, program files, makng, Zbrush. Zbrushes. Here we are. Metal surface. Lords of the Fallen 2? Wait, you mean the remake or another one is coming out? Another one's coming out. Did you not see that? Lords of the Fallen 2. Yeah, came out 5 hours ago for a trailer.
Our gods have forsaken us for fear of the coming darkness. Consumes all but you, lamp bearer. Something stuck.
You know, I just realized that this is the type of stylized realism that I was talking about. I really love the look of this. It's a shame that it's a shit game because I really love the look of it. Brother Darkness, thank you for the coins, dude.
Within you, something ancient, powerful, hungry. So I ask you, will you harness this darkness within?
Yeah, this is exactly the look I
deliver
love.
unto our so-called lords retribution.
It's like, it's realistic looking in its textures and such, but stylized enough that you can take it for not looking like exactly kind of thing, you know?
But should you fall,
I have JoJo, yeah.
falls with you. Lords of the Fallen 2. Wishlist now.
Yeah, I don't think I will. Wait, why is it shit? It's kind of shit. Well, maybe I spoke too harshly. It's very mid. It's like extremely mid. You like Lord of the Fallen? I don't. It's super mid. It feels so to play. You know what I mean? It feels so to play. And it sucks because that game reminds me so much of, I think they're coming out with another one of this one too. Aren't they coming out with a new one of this? Yeah, they are. It reminds me of Mortal Shell. Visually, it's so captivating and I love it. But gameplay wise, it's just so mid. It's definitely not a FromSoft game.
You're the Harbinger. You might be.
Again, visually super captivating.
They know naught of your nature. You're a weapon, child.
Looks like they're introducing a lot of bow stuff.
They'll worship you until you fail. Then what?
You're no god, but neither are they.
Damn. It's such a shame.
Back to me.
It is such a shame. Like, so it might be a good game. Maybe this is a good game. Maybe Lords of the Fallen 2 is a good game. But I've played both the first Lords of the Fallen and first Mortal Shell, and it looks like Mortal Shell. This is Mortal Shell. Yeah, this is Mortal Shell 2. And it just looks, it looks so good. Like, visually, it is so good. But gameplay is just so mid. It's unfortunate, dude. It's just really unfortunate. I love the look of these games. Like, I aspire for the Smith cinematics to be anything close to that right there, and I would be super fucking happy with it. Super happy. but the gameplay is just not it. Not fucking it. It is. There you go, DK. They need to make novels out of this game. That would be cool. Be totally down for that. They probably got some decent stories that they could tell. Some good, like, visuals and everything. I just think they need to not do games. Games are where it loses me on it. I just feel like it's not... It feels like they focus so much on the art that they didn't pay enough attention to the game. You know what I mean? And that's okay for certain things. Like, in my opinion, that's okay for puzzle games. Right? So there's another game that I really enjoyed, right? It wasn't a, like, top tier amazing game, but I really enjoyed it. And it's because it was a puzzle game. So, like, the visuals were a big part of it, and that's what really added to the whole thing. It was like an art game that wanted to tell a story through puzzles, not like super captivating action. It had some action in it, but it was really a puzzle game, right? And that was Scorn. And I enjoyed Scorn personally. I'm a big fan of Geiger, and I think that he has some really cool shit. So it was cool to play a game like that. And like being in the world of Mortal Shell and Lords of the Fallen, that was super entertaining and super fun. The gameplay kind of threw me off. You tried Scorn, never complete. I assume completed it. It was all right. It's pretty good. Do you like the profile picture? It's a medieval painting of a cat. I'm not gonna lie to you. I can't tell what it is. It's very small to me. It's very small. I can't really tell what it is. Sorry, got some messages. Have you played Plague Tale? I have not. I've heard some good things about it though. I feel like I was gonna say something. Yeah, I forgot what I was getting into. Not gonna lie to you. I got derailed. But Mortal Shell and Lords of the Fallen, very visually captivating. Just the gameplay suffered because of how visually captivating it is. You know what I mean? I think another good example of that is that, like, a game that I enjoyed for the most part, and it was because it really wasn't an action game. I think a lot of people take it as an action game because of certain the action elements in it, but ultimately, again, it's really just a puzzle game with action elements, not action game with puzzle elements. Is fuck, what's the hell game? Oh, fuck, what is that called? What am I thinking of, y'all? What am I thinking of? Hell something, I think. It's with the crazy chick. What's her fucking... I don't remember her name. Was it Hellblade? Hellblade. Hellblade is another great example of that. Visually, super fucking stunning. And it's a puzzle game with action elements. And they put that into their advantage, right? They wanted to tell a story. They wanted to have a puzzle game that you could have some action with it. And that's fine. It worked out well, you know? The problem is that Mortal Shell and Lords of the Fallen, they're both games that present themselves more as an action RPG than a puzzle game. You know what I mean? A puzzle art game. And that's where it just falls flat. I think a big thing that you need to focus on game development wise for stuff like this is how does it feel to move around and to do the actions. And I feel like they didn't take enough time with that. How you feel when you're performing actions, like how it physically feels to perform the action, is so crucial, right? It's like, imagine you had a platformer that just felt bad to jump, right? It's a crucial thing of a platformer. And it feels terrible to even jump in the game. It's not going to do very well, right? That's why that's part of the reason why Hollow Knight is such a great game, is not only because of the story with it, the fun art style, the like interesting characters, the lore, all that type of stuff. It's because it feels good to play. You know? The movement feels really good. The combat feels really good. It feels consistent. It feels like there's a rule set and it sticks to it. And it feels like you're actually able to learn how to be better with the basic tools that it provides you. And I feel like when you get games like that, they're trying to put too much stuff in there and it makes it super convoluted and they lose track of the vision, you know? Do I have to restart? Oh, here we go. Metal Surface. Have you heard the Chance the Rapper new album? I've not. I didn't know that he did it. He made a new album. It's very nice. I really like it. Very much We Back energy. But is like the whole album We Back? You know what I mean? Draw. You know, when rappers like make their We Back albums and it's just like that's the only thing they say during the album. Let's do that. I don't know how I feel about that one. Let's try this one, maybe. What did I just put on? This one, maybe? What the fuck? Why can't I select anything? There we go. It's pretty nice. Adds a bunch of things and dents and stuff. Little noise in here. It's pretty solid. There we go. It's not too shabby. What's up, amigo? Leg's doing just fine. Okay. Add in some quick details here. Man. There you go. Not too shabby. It is a quite used doorknob, so it makes sense if there's a little bit extra stuff going on with it. A bad thunderstorm out right now. I should save. You should have given the ring a pattern. Yes and no. I don't know. I don't want it to be too ornamental though. You know what I mean? It's supposed to look like an unassuming hut on the side of a mountain kind of thing. You know what I mean? Very, I'm trying to think of the word for it. Basically, the character has devoted like his entire life, right, to the forge. It's not a very, it's prestigious, but it's not glamorous, you know, the position. I really want to reflect that in the stuff going on here. You know what I mean? There you go. Add a little bit of variation here in the actual handle itself. Add a bunch of little details of the trim dynamic. Kind of give it more like a rougher look instead of a pure circle. You know what I mean? Let's do that. Let's go back to that other brush that I had here. Rough it up again. I will say, in the new Alien show, I actually really like the acting. I like a lot of the acting in it. It actually feels pretty, like, good to watch for that. I think some of the cinematic choices are a little odd for me, but overall, it's that part's pretty nice. There we go. Okay. So I should also add in some rivets here. So let me append. Where's my append? Append? Should I make that over here? I should. Preferences, enable customize. We'll add the append. Should we add append? Here? Sure. Preferences, enable customize, store config. Okay. Append. And we will append a sphere. Oh. And let's size that baby down. Yeah. It's looking very good. Thank you. I appreciate it. Been working hard at it. This is going to be the front door of the forge right here. Ooh, there we go. Let's bring this out a bit up here. I make it a little bit smaller. Go, something like that. Put that in there more. Flatten it out a bit. That's too much. There you go, just something like that. Maybe a little bit more. There you go. Let's do this. Oh, don't do that. Okay, fair enough. I'm going to go in with the trim dynamic. Oh, stop. I'm going to make it a really small brush. Let's add a little bit more geometry to it. I'm just going to add some hammered marks on here. Make it look like it's hammered on here kind of thing. I'll add in some stuff around it in a bit. And then we'll also go in with this brush here. Give it some wear and tear. Really sell this whole metal effect on it. Maybe a little bit less. It's fine. There we go. And then I'm going to take it and we will delete lower. Let's make a couple of duplicates here. Just rotate them around a bit. Nope, not transparent. Let's hide this. There we go. And up here. There we go. And then we'll add in the thing back. There we go. Are you gonna lower the mesh size later? Or is it gonna be baked in or whatever so it won't matter? It will matter. And I will like do a certain process. I'm gonna decimate it a good bit. But I plan on trying to take advantage of nanite. That's where my head's at with it. Maybe it's a bad call. It's not like an amazing practice what I'm doing. But I don't know if it's going to be an issue or not either. So nanite is really good when you have a lot of things that are high poly. So I kind of want to try to see about taking advantage of that. I just don't know. Sid the Sloth apparently has a cameo in one of the episodes. I think multiple of the episodes from what I saw. I think it was the first and second episode that he's there. Yeah. It's actually Ice Age. I don't know which Ice Age it is actually. I don't think I've seen that Ice Age, if I'm being honest. Maybe like once. But Ice Age has a place in the story, which is funny to me. Yeah. So nanite allows me to take advantage of super high resolution models in the world, and I do plan on taking advantage of that. I don't know exactly how I'm going to do it yet, but I do plan on taking advantage of it, if that makes any sense. I don't have an exact plan. I just have a concept of a plan. I've seen what other people have been able to do with nanite, and I really like it, and I want to do that. I just don't know what it is I'm going to do with it, per se. Get rid of some of this stuff here. There we go. Again, even just that little bit of indentation there gives the idea that these aren't just like plastered on there, and that they actually were meant to be there. You know what I mean? Just gives that little bit of illusion, which is really what you're after. Little subtle things like that. I'll probably even go in with the thing after this. This kind of polishes up a little bit more than I want it to be. So I can go in with a different one of these things, maybe back this up and do a drag thing. Kind of like this cutting across kind of thing. Maybe I'll go in and do some stuff here. Some pitting. We'll do this as well. It doesn't make sense. Do this one maybe. Also doesn't really make sense. What looks good? Maybe this pitting. There you go. It's pretty solid. Add that back on there. A little bit of damage in here as well. Why not? Not too shabby. Ooh, that got weird. Let's put this right on here. Just make sure all that looks good. I think it does. A little bit more damage up on here. Kind of this area gets used quite a bit, so having a little bit of extra damage there would kind of make some sense. Nice. We got that. Let's check out the... So I'll just delete this. Let's go back and add in this as well. Let me up this count a bit. Let's see. Door. Bam. There we go. We got ourselves a pretty nice looking door. Actually going to go in here real quick with some of these that I just got. Let's go to the spray. And we'll do some of this maybe. Up the draw size. There you go. A little bit of pitting goes a long way. Kind of sells the effect a little bit more than just clean metal, you know what I mean? There you go. Or, let's see if we could find a different one, maybe. So we go back into our brushes here. Maybe, what is this one? That's nice. I like that a lot. Add some noise in there. That dude who has corn. Thank you for the corn, dude. Welcome in. That's a hell of a name. Did you make that just because of the TikTok gift? Because that's crazy. There we go. Add in a bunch of texture in here. I don't know if this is getting picked up on stream that much, but see all the little texture in here. Nice. You did? That's awesome, dude. You're my hero. How's your night going, dude? There we go. Undo that. That was funny. Now I tossed corn at Furries Online. Oh, shit. I hate to disappoint you. What you working on? Right now we're working on making a door for the forge that I'm working on. I'm going 3D and making a forge to go along with it. Is this handle too small? Is this, you guys think this is too small? Let's do a new folder handle. That doesn't go in there. Let's drag this in here, this in here. Transpose set. Yeah, I think so, right? It's a little bit better. I think it's a little bit better. That looks a little bit more natural. It was definitely way too small before. That door is at least 30 pounds. You need a bigger handle for a firmer grip. Nah, bro, just don't be a bitch. That looks pretty solid. Yeah, it's a good size. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this and we're going to duplicate. Oh, weird. And I'm going to take it. Transpose set. Flip it 180. Drag it to the side. Oh, wait, is it doing both? Oh, I did both. Weird. That's not what I want. Is it? I can't tell what it's doing. Oh, this one, transpose set. Is that doing both again? Doesn't seem to. Ooh. Offset it on Z. Turn this back on. Okay, no, it's good now. Go, drag it in more. And something about right here. Turn that off. There we go. Oh, what happened to the thing? Wait, what? Oh, it's just off. That's why. Nice. Look at that. We got door handles. Hell yeah. How's the progress of the house? Not bad, not bad. I think we just finished up the door. Is this for a game, a map, or like a print for D&D? I mean, maybe eventually for a game. Definitely for cinematics. It's all going into Unreal Engine 5. I made a new model for switching over to a 3D model instead of the 2D one that we have here. So I'm building a world for him to live in as well. And like I said, ultimately for like lore purposes and shit like that, to be able to make some animations and things, which is really the whole point behind it and what I'm excited for. That's a medieval door if I've ever seen one, and hopefully you have. Okay. Can I forgot if I can do this door. Can I put folders in folders? I feel like I can't. In ZBrush, I cannot. That is fine. Close these. Drag this all the way down to the bottom here. Okay. So now we have a doorway. That's good. All right. So now that we have the doorway, oh, let's put this in here as well, and this in here as well. I guess, did we already make shingles? I feel like we might have already made shingles. Yeah, I already made shingles. Okay, so we got the shingles done. I think we might need to work on slats. You can build out a whole building or just a workshop? It's gonna be mostly just a workshop. Where's my thing at? Here we go. Yeah, it's gonna look somewhat like this, essentially. I don't know if it shows up on TikTok. It's gonna look somewhat like this, is the idea behind it. You're welcome, Val. So I'm just working on the bits and pieces so I can like modularly make the house and then build other houses from these same elements, essentially. So that way I'm not just like making just that one building and then having to make every individual building. I can just build it modularly as such. Okay, so we have this. This is a piece of wood. And I need to... First, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to Z Remesher, and we are going to remesh it. Weird. Let's detect edges. Retry. There we go. Maybe just freeze border? Keep creases? No, that didn't work. I guess detect edges was the best one. It's just not really what I wanted to do, per se. Okay, that's fine. Let's do that, and we'll duplicate it a bunch. My only problem is that it's probably going to be like super dense up here, which is really not what I'm trying to have either. Because that'll just cause other issues later on. I want it to be even density. I think what I need to do is just undo the stuff that I did there. It's so weird that it's doing that, though. Okay, let's go to our subdivide here. Let's go to geometry. We have the divide, and let's turn that off. And let's do a couple of subdivisions here. Oh. Oh, okay. It is doing it. There we go. Something like this, I think. There we go. Starting to get somewhere now. Okay, do it a couple more times. Where's all this geo going? I bet it's going right to the edges. Trying to figure out how I want to do this. just saw a video about someone else doing something very similar. Hold on. What was the thing? Chronicles Medieval? I don't know what that is. A lot of medieval games coming out right now, huh?
Color map, and I kept the roughness map. Lasso out piece. Let's just take the cube.
Okay, so it was just a cube. Oh! This was with Dynamesh. Different thing.
Thou shalt not kill. So the priests tell us. So the Lord commands. But ambitious men do not listen. I sought no war. But war found me.
Yo, Unmachinist, thank you so much for the 65 months, dude. Welcome back in. Welcome back in, dude. How you doing today?
Smile.
Smile. You want to talk about an OG? 65 months? Damn, yep.
I took up the sword, prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some paths, once taken, have only one ending. I shall find no peace. On this road, there is only death.
Is that Tom Hardy? It does not sound like Tom Hardy. Was this Masterpiece? It was a new game that looked like it was coming out. Crusade or something like that. The hell it doesn't? It does not sound like Tom Hardy, bro. Hold on. You're telling me. What's another thing that he would sound like that in? This sounds like Tom Hardy to you?
Not listen. I sought no war. But war found me. I became like them. I took up the sword. Prayed I could win redemption through my deeds. But some...
across the planet face the fight of their lives.
Jesus Christ, is there any narration in that?
I'm Tom Hardy, and today I've come to meet Kenny Ross. Now, he was helped by the Prince's Trust 10 years ago.
Paths, once taken, have only one ending.
I looked it up, and it is literally him narrating it. Suck it, Otter.
Is it really? It doesn't sound like him, though. I'm looking it up. Chronicles Medieval. Weird. It doesn't sound like him to me.
I took up the sword. Prayed I could win redemption through my deeds.
Yeah, I guess he's like doing some shit to his voice.
Kenny and I are very similar in many ways. We both went down the wrong path, but we both had it in us to make something of ourselves.
I just don't hear it. Fair enough, though. Yeah, fair enough. Your ears are busted. That's also true. That's also true. I wonder who I have to thank for that, but yeah. I think he does a similar thing in Peaky Blinders. I'm not gonna lie to you. I've never seen that. Never seen it. Okay. So we have this wooden plank here, or slat or whatever. What is this one? Just a little bit longer. I still want to do the thing with it. Let's see. Let's turn off the Dynamesh. How is this looking? Is that looking better? That is looking better. Maybe one more. Okay. Let's try with a wood texture on it real quick. Let's... For some reason it's like my thing is acting weird. It's moving around a lot more than I wanted it to. Such a weird brush. Weird. But that looks pretty decent. So with this, now I'm gonna go in and we can start up a new layer and start working on some wood slats. Peaky fucking blinders. And then we'll go into the wood brush here. How's your day going though, Nathan? And how does this stuff look? I feel like that's just too much. What were we rolling with before? We were rolling with some of the other ones. I feel like this like is just a weird looking thing. Okay. So we have the wood pieces here. What does... I guess we'd have, like... Let's go and find this right here, this stuff. And would this look okay on this? Let's see. Let's do that. We have our mid value set to 50. Our intensity set down to 20. And back face mask. There you go, something like that. And then something like this. It's not too bad, I think. I think this makes sense. If you could wake up in any time period and setting in history, where would you be and why? Where would I want to be? Honestly, man, this might be super disappointing. But I really don't think I'd want to be in another time period. I'm being honest. Don't get me wrong. We're not necessarily in the golden age right now of shit going down. But there's a lot of things I do like about this time period that we don't have in other time periods. You know? You can visit, you can come back. What would be a good time period? I feel like I would have a hard time in some of the places that I would like be down to visit. What would be a good place to go to? Honestly, man, that's so difficult. Fuck. My brain always goes to like it's not necessarily like the good parts of the things, if that makes any sense. Like, I would really dig being able to go back to like, I don't know, like early 50s kind of deal, maybe something like that. 60s could be kind of cool in certain places, but like, I would definitely not fit in very well. But I like a lot of the music. The general vibe, but at the same time, I really fuck with AC. That's probably my biggest thing. It's so hard for me to like conceptualize living without air conditioning for any long period of time. I've done it and for like not a super long period of time, but like long enough, you know what I mean, for me to realize, man, I fucking love air conditioning. And granted, maybe it's just because like the places I did leave to were just fucking oppressively hot, and it made me realize how much I love air conditioning, but I don't know. AC is a godsend. Ice machines and AC, yeah, it's kind of hard to be like, I want to go to this period because of that type of shit, you know what I mean? I wouldn't really want to go to the future either. I feel like that doesn't sound like super great. I don't know. I'm kind of happy with where I am, unfortunately. I think that things could be a lot better. Again, I'm not trying to go into anything political here or any of that type of shit. The only religious stuff that we talk about is would be like healthy discussions or things regarding the Forge. But I feel like while there could be a lot of better things, I just don't see a lot of other time periods that work for that, if that makes any sense, you know what I mean? The 90s, the last good decade.
Your mama.
I guess 90s. 90s, yeah. Your mama? That's crazy. That's crazy. My mama might be in here. You don't even know, see? Thank you for the 63 months, though. Welcome back in. Another OG around here. A time before high-speed internet? Honestly, not even opposed to it, per se. Not even opposed to it. As much as I really dig high-speed internet and all that type of shit, there's a lot of pros and cons to it. You know what I mean? A lot of pros and cons to it. I think I am at a constant crossroads with myself. With a lot of different things, even like stream stuff, you know what I mean? But especially in this case, I'm at such a crossroads with so many things. Because I actually really love the idea of just having like a super simple kind of like life. You know what I mean? But I think the thing that keeps on killing that is that I have things to say. I have things to say, dude. And it kills me. I have things to say and things to do. And as much as I would want to just have that simple kind of life where I just don't even think about that shit, I know that I can't, because I'll just keep on thinking about that shit. You know? Kind of surprised you wouldn't want to check out Medieval Days for like a week. Oh, fuck no, dude. Dude, medieval times are shit. Are you kidding me, bro? Dude, the smell alone would kill me, dude. Fuck no. Fuck no. Hell the fuck no. I don't give a fuck. The thing about it is that, like, the shit that we see, right? That's not medieval shit, right? That's fantasy shit. And fantasy is cool, right? Fantasy is super sick. Not saying I even want to be in a lot of fantasy environments, bro. Like, I'm not trying to fight orcs or some shit, right? Like, fucking Warhammer stuff is cool, but would you want to fucking live in a Warhammer universe? Fuck no, right? But, like, we fantasize it. We fantasize it, right? That's not how that stuff is. If you look up, like, for instance, for instance, right? If we look up Viking, right? If we look up Viking warrior maybe or something like that, right? Look at all this really cool shit. Look at all this super fucking like, bam, look at that fucking berserker mode, just a lot of furs and all this type of stuff. Like, look at that shit. Looks fucking epic as shit. All these fucking braids and fucking face paint and tattoos and all this type of shit. Super fucking sick, right? Now look up historically accurate Viking. Oh, come on. Yeah. I'm just saying, like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm just, like, you know? I don't know. I'm just saying, like, we think of things like this, but we get this is like, this is real. This is just, you know, what sells. This is a good fantasy. This is a fun fantasy. It's a super fun fantasy thing. It's just, this is what it is. Still badass in its own way, just a man with his stick. I mean, I guess, but the problem is that I'm not a Viking, right? And that man with the stick would prefer to see me, like, with the stick in me. And not even in a way that I would pay for, you know what I mean? Like, it's just not good business. You would be, motherfucker? I would be a Viking? Nah, bro. Nah. Vikings were, like, terrible. We idolize Vikings, and it's so, it's like, it's weird, because they were just, like, awful fucking people. Super shitheads. Yo, 6'3" head ass, crazy. I do have Viking in me, but it does, I don't know. It's not something that I'm like super hardcore about, because like I said, they're kind of shitty people. Vikings killed everything. Their whole religion was kill and die. That's fucking it. Yeah. The whole grape and pillage thing just, you know, might be a bit much, you know, not really things I enjoy to live by or idolize, you know, but fuck it, we love a Viking story, bro. We fucking love a Viking story. It's crazy. I wonder why that is. I wonder why, like, people are just into it so much. You know? Not even being facetious, just, like, genuinely, why do people like Vikings so much? Maybe it's because the idea, the concept of them is so fantastical. You know what I mean? Like, it's so played up. I don't know. Also that, foul play. Also that. Because they haven't experienced it. It's a story. We are so far removed from it. We don't have to acknowledge the cruelties. I guess so. Oh yeah, no, that too, foul play. Yeah, you probably Yep, there's a lot of linkings there, we'll say, to stuff like that. So watch what website you go to if it's affiliated with Viking things. That's for sure. That's for sure. Be careful out there, y'all. A lot of affiliations with that stuff. That's very interesting. Huh. What does the side of the plank wind up looking like? Is it just also more of this type of stuff? Is it also just this right here? I think so, right? Looks like a good plank. I wonder why. I see. They must be really into history. There you go. Make a couple wood planks and then just cycle them around. Probably make like 4 of them, I would assume. There we go. Oh, man, she was using a different kind of brush for this, though. I'm using Trim Dynamic, but what brush was she using? Do I still have it up? I don't. Do I still have it in here? I do not. Bam. History. Oh, shit. Okay, it should be fine. What brush were you using?
Cool. Dynamesh. Big plank of wood. So, trim smooth border. Somewhere. There.
Trim smooth border. I have trim dynamic on. Trim. I have trim adaptive. Trim smooth border. Where's trim smooth border? Is in the other brushes? Brush. Is it miscellaneous? Ooh. What am I making? I'm making wood planks right now. Well, yeah, wood plank, I think. It's not a plank. What is this? I don't know. Not a slat. I don't know what this is. It's a wood chunk. All your Stream Deck shortcuts are broken. Love that. Love that. Always fun to deal with. Is it form? Is it in form? No, it's not. Where are flatten? Not flatten. Trails, tracks, trim. 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 Smooth border. Oh, it is very interesting. Whoa, why is it doing that? Whoa. This works very differently. Okay, that's not what I want. But it's cool to know that's there, I guess. What about trim? What is this? Sliver? Let's try this out. I can't really tell what this is doing. What about trim adaptive? What's trim adaptive do? Oh, that is way too weird. I know. All right, we'll go back to trim dynamic. My go-to, I guess. Yeah. It's much more the behavior I'm looking for. Weird. Very odd. For why? Oh, I'm making the forge right now. So I'm making these assets here for me to be able to bring into Unreal Engine. And then I can build buildings with this stuff, essentially. That's the idea behind it. You make a lot of modular assets so that way you can bring it in and do the thing. Oh, that's fun. I just saw your message, see? That's fun. Yeah, so that's the idea behind it, is create these assets that then I can like go into that program and I can build out what the building's actually supposed to look like in there, as opposed to like if I sculpt a building, right? Say I actually go in and I just design a whole building in Blender, right? And then I drag it into Unreal Engine. Yeah, I could totally do that, but none of the things I made for that, like that building, can get used in other places, right? Theoretically, because I just built that whole thing as one solid structure. So I can't use any of the walls that I made for it. I can't use any of the doors, can't use any of the windows, any of that type of stuff, because I made it for that building and just for that building. But if I design in a way that keeps that stuff in mind, then I could make a bunch of different buildings using the same materials and save a lot of time and effort. You know? A lot of what I have been learning through all of this is that aside from like the learning, which is really what you need to make sure that you're spending a decent amount of time on to really understand what it is that you're doing, a big part of development of anything having to do with this stuff, especially as a solo creator, is time management. And it's really hard to do. It's really hard to do because there's so many things to get done, and you're wanting to take a lot of time on the thing because you want it to look really good, right? But ultimately there's a lot of things that just don't need to have that level of detail on it. You know what I mean? So you got to find ways around to solve that thing. You know what I mean? Like, I could go in and draw every grain on every piece of wood that I design, right? I could do that. Or I can find brushes that people have designed based off of actual scans of wood and use that as a tool to be able to leverage me being able to make this stuff and knock it out in a more effective way. So then I can focus on the things that matter more, if you will. You know, like that right there. I could have totally gone in and sculpted all of these little things. But why? Why would I do that? Why would I do that when I could just do exactly what I just did right there? There's no point. Time is a valuable resource. And what's super important as a creator of anything is learning how to manage that properly and charge for it appropriately. My brother is actually trying to intern at the place that I work at. It's gonna be exciting to have him hanging around at the office and just us being able to work on shit. I really hope, I'm not sure if it's going to happen, but I really do hope that with him being there, he'll want to work on stuff that will better him as a creator. He's got a lot of like talent for a lot of things, right? He's got a lot of talent, and I just really hope that he transfers that into skills. You know what I mean? So far, it seems like he's doing a pretty good job, but there's just so much more there that I feel like he could have. You know what I mean? What would that? Oh shit, my fucking... Yo, Puddin'. Thank you so much for the raid. I appreciate that. Welcome on in, everybody. How are you? Probably a raid. It do be a raid. Oh shit. I just closed off my music. What do I want to put on here? I'll put this on. Why not? 2 just left before the raid went. It's all good, bud. I appreciate the raid, Home Slice. How's the stream today? Also, how you doing, that guy? You got to find his way too. You're not wrong. You're not wrong. I'd say one of the hardest things to do is find the right amount of push for people. You know what I mean? I don't want to push him to the point where he doesn't want to do any of the things, but I also don't want him to squander what he has. He really has a lot of capability within him, and I would just hate to see that go away. You know what I mean? I don't think it will, but I've just seen it happen for so many people that it scares me that something could happen to someone that I care so much about. You know what I mean? And see so much in. I love his eye. Like, my brother's got just an amazing eye for things. And I just hope that it gets utilized correctly, yeah. Doing good? Hell yeah, Pim. How was the stream? Stream was good. Got bullied in Fallout 4 with crowd control, so all good times. Oh man, crowd control's fun. Have you heard of Dixper? If you like crowd control, you might like Dixper. So let's do this. Oh, weird. What does your brother love to work on? He does a lot of digital art, or I mean, he does a lot of like drawing and stuff, but also does a lot of he's gotten a lot into like graphic design stuff as well, which is what he'll really come in and start to do for his internship, is more in that field, more related to that stuff. But he also does a lot of good digital art and shit. Oh, that Crimson. Thank you so much for the 18 months, dude. Welcome back in. Also, I know I said it in the Discord, but happy belated birthday to your little one. 3 years old, dude. That's insane. I still remember I don't remember what we were doing at the time, but I still remember when you came in and you're like, hey, can't stay long, but you know, just had our baby girl, and we did a little forging ceremony for her right then and there. Still remember that. The youngest Solar-Smith. I'm glad to see that she's still healthy and well, man. That's awesome. Not that I had my doubts, but... or had any doubts, rather. It's nice to see. You better enjoy that time while you have it, man. She ain't gonna be that cute forever. You still got the onesie? That's awesome, dude. That's awesome. Shit. Definitely hold on to that, dude. That's a fucking relic at this point. That's not even the Solar-Smith icon anymore. Because she got one of the OG ones. I took that off the market. Yeah, he does a lot of good, like, digital art stuff, though, you know? And I see where he's headed. At least I feel like I see where he's headed. I just hope that he really, like, works at it. You know? I hope he doesn't plateau on where he's at. I think the only thing that scares me a little bit is that he very much has like a style about him, like a style in a way that he does the things. But the problem is that I think he has committed to it too young. You know what I mean? I feel like there's a lot of fundamentals that he needs to learn. I think a lot of people really work hard to find their style, right? The thing that makes their stuff their stuff. And while that's great, it shouldn't be something that you strive for early on, right? Finding your style is very much an experimental process. And if you go right to trying to find your style, then you typically don't allow yourself to absorb enough of the fundamentals, right? The only reason Picasso is Picasso and is able to do the shit that he's able to fucking do at the level and consistency that he's able to do it is because he had such a good understanding of the fundamentals. You know what I mean? That he learned the rules before he broke them. And that's important. We just finished out summer internship program at work. I got to spend a day with ours. It was really cool because he was excited to learn about the stuff I do every day. That's also super neat, yeah. We had a couple of interns when I worked at the studio I worked at. And like, I was just directing on what to do for things. And it was really cool to see. It was also really cool just to see for me because I didn't go to school for this stuff. So I don't know all the things that actually gets taught in the schools. And it was interesting to see the way that they approach the same problem that I would approach and like how I would approach. And it was just a lot of good like learning off of each other. You know what I mean? I think that's super important, is being able to learn off of one another for those types of interactions. Like, yeah, interns are there mostly to just pick up what you got going on, but at the same time, they might have some other ideas just from other places of influence. I don't know if I think I can share some of his work, my brother's stuff. Let's see. I don't know where he really keeps all of his stuff at. Hold on. What is his shit? Was it that? I think it's this. Yeah. So you can see like some of the
sick and tired of not being able.
You can see some of the stuff that he's got like stylistically going on. And he's come a long way from where he started, you know. So I know that he is learning. And I know that he is capable of doing all the things. I just hope he keeps the open mind. Oh, he's getting into animation, looks like. So the coaster you won is also a relic? Wait, which coaster? Which coaster? I mean, coaster you couldn't even buy. Coaster was a super exclusive. Was it the wood one or was it slate? You've been talking with your boss. He's frustrated about his 25 years of working in video production. I told him the same thing. He knows the rules, but now he can break them. Yeah. Slate? Oh, okay, so it's not the wood one. I think Unmachinist has the wood one, if I'm not mistaken. It might be broken, but that shit's still a relic. Yeah, the slate thing, the winning stuff, like we don't. That's probably also the same thing because, like I said, I don't think I have. Like, if it's the old Solar-Smith logo, then yeah. Which I think it is the old Solar-Smith logo. It's just not on. It's not on any of the stores or any of that stuff now. I know Unmachinist does. Does anybody else here have any of the old school merch?
Go back to sleep, honey.
With your username spelled wrong? Yeah. That one. That's it. You have your coin too from being the first region. Oh man. So originally when that thing was going on, I was going to do that all the time. The problem came down mostly to cost effectiveness of not only procuring the coin, but also getting it engraved. But originally that was the idea, is like whenever there was a new region, they were going to receive the coin, and I financially could not keep up with that, and I had no idea that I couldn't until it was already like in production. So I was like, fuck it, I'm gonna do this one round and then that's it. Trying to remember who all got coins. I think you got a coin. I think Cynical might have gotten a coin, and I don't know who else would have gotten a coin. Who else would have gotten a Regent coin? I really hope that with the new iteration of the Otter, that we can really restore Botsmith back to like its former glory, and people will really be like motivated and into doing all the things with the faction points and such. I need to strategize and come up with some ideas for that, on what to do for it. I don't know at the moment. But I'm really bad at being able to work on multiple things at once. And that's kind of where I'm at with this right now. It's like my main focus is just getting the new model up and running and getting all this stuff situated and ready to go. And then from there, that's when I feel like I can start working on stuff like that, you know? Maybe it's a bad call, but I don't know. I've been trying to work with Mirai for a bit to get the Discord in a better spot, but Mirai's also been hella busy in dealing with life stuff, so try not to bug them too much, but I really want an updated Discord as well. You really want that Smithy shirt? Are you still all Filthy's faction points? Easy. You Cynical and maybe Green Reaper? I feel like maybe no, but maybe? I don't think Reaper. I don't think it was green. I feel like it was something else. All I got is a dagger? That's also true. Yeah, he had some crazy gifts. It was you, Cynical, and Demon Badger. It was Demon Badger. I haven't heard from Demon Badger in so long. Cynical kind of came back for a bit and then dipped out again. I think I see Cynical every now and then. I know that people got life stuff going on. Like I don't ever hold it against them. I just hope that everybody's doing okay. I haven't heard from Demon Badger in years, though. I feel like, and I could be wrong, I feel like something happened between Demon Badger and Truly, and it kind of just like then Demon stopped showing up as much. I could be wrong though. Yeah, probably. Yeah, Truly kind of did that a lot. Dude's a hound dog. Stream drama? Not really. Not really. No. No. I try really hard to stay drama free, which if I really invested myself in the drama, I probably could be a lot bigger than I am now. But I try really hard not to get myself involved in drama. I just really don't like it. It's super uncomfortable for me. I would so much rather just no drama. I feel like it's super hard to avoid when you're in a public space, like, because at the end of the day, we're all human and we all make mistakes on things, you know? So it's really hard for you to have a completely drama-free career in such a public environment, but I do my best for it. Start drama, Justin. So funny enough, do you guys remember the thing that was there for a while? Maybe it's still there, Streamer Academy or whatever the fuck it was. That was like slightly meme startup thing. Does anybody remember that? Apparently that was like a really big thing that was like practiced and shit in all that shit. Was just like, there's a lot of streamers who have like quote unquote beef with one another, and the whole thing is just drama farming to try and like get people to like join their shit. But ultimately, like, the people who they have drama with are really just like buddy. It's not like that all like for every situation. But for a lot of cases of like supposed dramas that are out there, it's really just curated. Making a door? I already made a door. Right now we're just kind of making some wooden pieces right now, Dark Soul. How you doing, dude? Yeah, I should have taken a picture of the door, because it's all like in a bunch of different pieces. Yeah, this is just some wooden slat here. So if I turn this off, I need to make one more. And then the wood slat should be good to go. The door is this right here. Ooh. This is what I have for the door. I need to add the metal on the other side as well. I'll do that afterwards. You got a red door and a blue door already created? Goddamn, what a callback. I'll work on that, bro. I'll work on that. I'm curious what the new faction logo is. I've been out of it for a while. Yeah, I got you. Graphics. Rebrand? Is this the rebrand? This is the rebrand. Here we go, factions. Yeah, so we have the new Mastersmith logo, which is this right here. So this is the new Mastersmith. Ooh. Just want to bring this a little bit smaller. We got the new Ironsmith. We got the new Solar Smith. Come on, you. This is no fucking dragging this thing around. The fuck? What the fuck, bro? Okay. There we go. New Solar Smith and then new Shadow Smith. Let's see. Solar. Ooh. Iron. Let's drag these down here. I'm kind of covering that up. Yeah, so these are all the new symbols. So these 3 symbols all work their way into the Mastersmith icon, which is kind of what they did as well before. Last that you saw... Oh, shit. This PC... Bam. Streaming. Do rebrand. That's not it. Old Smith stuff? Yeah. So the other stuff was... Do I only have the banners? What happened to the thing? Do I not have the things? Oh, I guess I have it in Illustrator stuff. Those are sick. Thank you, dude. That's not the old one. That's the one I got. Oh, then never mind. You don't have the old one. Yeah, no. These are the old ones here. Yeah, so these were the old. So this was the Solar Smith. This is Solar Smith before and after. Then Shadow Smith. Then Ironsmith. Then you did miss the logos? Ah, well, fair enough. And then there is the Mastersmith. Bam. Yeah, okay, so you got the new one. Yeah, you got the new one. There was another one that I sent out that was the old one. So that the one that you guys, the new one, yeah. Still an exclusive though. Like that's not something I sell. That's just something that was out there. So yeah, a lot of changes, man. A lot of changes. These were good though for what they were. You know, they served their purpose, and it inspired me to move on to bigger things for it. League of Legends actually was a huge influence for a lot of this stuff too. I'll even like fuck with League, but I love the like design things that they do for it. Big influence for when I was modifying things. Got done with the shingles. Can't do the wall. What was I doing? Wood slat 3? Yeah. There we go. All right, we're gonna add one more. We're gonna add one more. Boom, doom, doom, doom. Oh man, you had the paw there too. Hold on, I'm gonna Oh, hold on, I'll crop it real quick. 1 second, y'all. Bam. There you go. So Unmachinist here got one of the OG ones. Yeah, I didn't treat the wood properly. Like I didn't spray on the stuff that you're supposed to spray on for that. So it was super fragile and I had no idea that it was. But this is more what the original was here. I did a couple of these that I sent out on the wood for the old symbols. And then I'd put the person's name on the back along with a little signature. I did my little stamp of approval. I think I still have this somewhere. Do I still play Apex? I haven't played any of the new season. I would say yes and no. Not enough to say that I would know what's going on right now, though. I heard there's a lot of new shit that's happening right now. I like fell in love with Apex and then fell out of love with Apex, and then now I kind of just have like a neutral feeling about it. There's a lot of things I really love about Apex and that I can't find in any other game kind of deal. I don't hate it. I just have a hard time committing to it anymore, you know, or caring about it, I think is a better word for it. I remember you from the Sears season. Yeah. Well, I started playing back when it first came out, and then Watson came out, and I was very like bored because when Watson came out, everybody just wanted to hide in buildings and just like not do anything, which was super shitty. And then, so I stopped playing for a bit. I focused a lot on Rainbow Six during that time. And then I came back. I think I left right as Crypto came out. And then I came back in, I want to say season 7 or something like that. I think Horizon had just came out. Yeah. And I played for years after that. But again, everything kind of just kept on going downhill from there. I felt like, you know, like that season I picked it back up was a really good season. Really solid season. Had a lot of fun with it. Not to say that there weren't broken characters, you know. Horizon at that time especially was just fucking insane. Super oppressive. Like you saw her everywhere. But I still had a fun time with it. I was back when I was just able to play and just have a good fucking time just for the sake of having a good time, you know. I was really just playing it for that. I was playing it because the other games I was playing at the time, I was playing ranked stuff and I just wasn't having a good time. So I just played Apex because I was like, oh, this is just a cool little chill thing I can do. And I slowly started to pick up more and more about like the intricacies of everything. The game had changed so much since the last time I had played it that it was like a brand new thing for me. It was fun. Yeah, it has. It's just a shame, but I don't know. It just felt like it lost a lot of its thing. You know what I mean? Like a lot of the stuff I really enjoyed about it were a lot of the characters and how all that shit played into everything. It just kind of, it's not there anymore, you know? Complete with the misspelling, of course. Yeah, I wasn't paying much attention at the time. I was a kid, man. I was a kid. I was like 19 or some shit when that came out. Yeah. I'm not, like I said, I don't not play the game now. I don't have like a super strong negative feeling or any of that type of shit to it. I just also don't like dedicate really any time to it. Who do you play, Home Slice? Do you still, well, actually, do you still play the game? The way that you're talking makes it sound like you don't play the game anymore. Or maybe you do and you're just kind of a little upset about the current state that it's in. Smith, I'm going to crash out. I keep going to sneeze, but it keeps going away before I do. Ugh. Hate that. Hate that feeling. Totally get it, though. I also just feel like Respawn or EA or whoever the fuck, they're just making such poor decisions. Such poor decisions. It's such a shame to see. You have such a like good fan base, you know, or at least a loyal one. Say what you will about the fan base, but they are fucking loyal. And they just kind of keep on getting shit on for it. There we go. Why is this still such a hard outline? There we go. Weird. There you go. Let's fill in some of these areas, I guess. It's not too shabby. All right, we got some wood. We got some wood, like plank bits here. It's good. We can use that. Apex came out a few days after your son was born. That was crazy times trying to put him to sleep and playing with him, laying on you. It was fun stuff, man. It was fun. It was innovative in a lot of ways. It was just really cool. I just feel like you don't really see a whole hell of a lot of that anymore. Oh. Hold on. Boy for the... There we go. Okay, so we have 4 of these now, which is really all I think we need. You head out? I see you later, Nuggets. Have a good one, dude. Thanks for hanging out.
Another you, it's gotta be. Love, I said it. You gotta know I'm feeling love. You gotta know.
I really wish. I just don't know. Let's see. Oh, hopefully I don't get banned for this. Modular building. I need some references to see what it is that people are making. You know what I mean? I don't even know what to look up. Did you see a hyper-realistic Junkrat from Overwatch? Yeah. You did, in fact. Creepy, very uncanny. I like it. Looked good. Let's see. Medieval architecture. Fuck. Assets, I guess. I just need to, I need to like have a solid list of things that I need to build a place. Like stuff like this, you know? It is very beautiful. You knew who it was right off the bat. That's saying something. Okay. Also, how you doing, baby? Ugh. Let's see. Wood panel for Zbrush. I guess the floor can be a texture thing. How's all this happening? This might just be worth getting assets for, honestly. Just to be able to start building things. Let's see. Wood. 3D models. These are textures, but I need like models. Planks. I feel like I saw something. Maybe it's in my wish list. Wish list? Yeah, this. when you make the wooden floor for the forge, could you angle one slightly up? I'd like to imagine the otter stubbing his foot on a loose floor tile. Yes. You might have to remind me when I'm actually building the thing, though, because I will forget. But I do like that idea. I feel like it's kind of worth it to do it this way. Not gonna lie. Damn. Why is this so expensive? Is it just because of like all the different types of wood? Like all the different shapes? Fuck. That's expensive. I don't know if that's worth it. Damn. Having wood planks is just so nice, though. Damn. I feel like it would probably be nice to have. I really think it would. I just don't know if I want to spend 20 bucks on it. I'm already spending so much money. You know what I mean? It's probably just not worth. It's just nice. Oh, ADK. Jesus, yeah, it's just expensive, man. There's a reason why I'm doing this by hand. It takes time, but it's just really expensive to do it otherwise. I'm just trying to figure out how to do a wood wall. I guess I just line up a bunch of slats. It's the only thing I could think of to do for it. You know? Longer slats, essentially. Yeah, that would probably be the way to do it. I just gotta make a fucking ton of them. You know what I mean? Let's increase this. Dynamesh it. Then we'll turn that off. Got a bunch of shit to it. All right, and let's see. What am I doing? What am I doing? Layers. I had to remember what the fuck was happening. There we go. All right, let's get to work doing the things. I wonder if I can speed this up a little bit by doing this, maybe? Let's do local symmetry. There we go. Might be a bit cheating, but I don't think it's going to matter that much. I'll go back in and do some additional details as well. Not cheating per se, but like might be a bit too symmetrical. So I'll just have to go in and do it like in other places as well. Turn off symmetry and then add in a little bit of flair here kind of thing. You know what I mean? go. That way it's like there's enough differences in certain areas, but it's relatively a same process to be able to go through and do this type of shit, so might as well treat it as such. Go a little bit slower because it's bunching up a bit. Kind of looks bad. There we go. Another thing is, like, it's got to look different enough, you know, but not too drastic at the same time, because it is just going to be on the floor. You know, it is literally just more for like floor wall pieces or stuff like that. So it doesn't need to have like crazy fucking differences. You know what I mean? Add in a couple of these like cut up bits of it, but for the most part keep it relatively the same. We got a children's choir performing at your job tonight. Had to adjust the sound of what, the stream? Or what are you talking about? No, not that. Why? There we go. All right. So now let's take our thing here. Let's take this one and turn off back face mask. Go. Make sure it's good on that side. Looks like it is. There we go. Okay. Then we will go into our brush settings here as well. Let's do that. We'll do Z. There you go. Just add a bunch of these on here. Not too shabby. And then same thing for this as well. Do this one. Ooh. Turn that off. Go. Oh, that gave me some weird results. So thank you. Let's turn off back face mask. There we go. Worked a bit better. Go. Don't need anything too intense here. Just a little bit of texture on the side will do us a lot of work. There we go. Then we will go in with the move infinite deep here. Let's turn off our symmetry. Just kind of move these things around a little bit here. It's not too offset or off-putting. Actually, we'll turn on symmetry. Let me turn on Y symmetry, question mark? No. Z? Yeah. Just kind of like flatten these boards up a bit again. Getting too thick in some of these areas here. If you remind me about DK, it will be a thing. There we go. That is one wooden slat down. 80 to go. So that's 0. Let's create a new one. activate all the symmetry. You got that one Kriegi floorboard. I think I can also do that. I think I can also even add that. Which again, I'm totally not opposed to it. I just probably realistically won't remember it. Might do something fun for some of the archivists and everything for the Forge coming up. We shall see. There we go. Let's see. Let's go here. Let's go to the mallet. Mallet Fast 2. Just kind of bang this up a little bit here. There you go. Break some of this up. Ooh, too much. G Rivals has been approved to add original characters. Yeah. What a way to absolutely kill that game. How do you mean? You think it's going to cause issues? You don't think that will make, like, more things happen for him? I think people are more excited about playing Wolverine and Cyclops and female goon hero number 3. Yeah, that's fair. I mean, I don't disagree with that part, but do you really think that them having their own, like, characters brought into the game is going to cause that much of an issue? Because I don't think it will. I'm not necessarily saying they're going to make, like, great characters, don't get me wrong, but I also don't think it's going to be bad for the game either. People seem to be eating up the stuff that they have right now anyway, so. You know, say what you will about the whole, like, gooning stuff. I agree, I'm not a big fan of it, but they're making money from it. Quite a bit. Not a fan, but they don't care if I am or if fans are. They don't care about fans. Let's just like establish that. They don't care about fans. They care about paychecks, you know. They care about people's wallet. Yeah, we'll see what happens, DK. I think we have time to do one more before I have to head out. I think we have time to do one more plank. By the way, sorry if this seems like it's like a super slow process, man. I'm not trying to like... I'm not trying to drag ass here. You know what I mean? This shit just takes a lot of time. I think... I'm hoping that by sharing this with you, you guys can see all the processes that go into this. And understand that, hey, this is something that just takes a long time to do. I think it... Just to give some perspective here, you know what I mean? Like I said, I get asked a lot about it, like, when is it going to get done kind of shit. And trust me, I want it to be done. But you guys can see all the process. Like, this is just me making assets to put in to build the actual thing itself. Not even actually building it, you know? It's been 83 years, yeah. I said eventually I'll be able to get a team together to help out with this stuff, but until then, just kind of got to go with what I got. I can't wait to start I can't wait for the day where I'm gonna start posting on like TikTok and shit saying, hey, looking for voice actor kind of stuff. I wonder if I should just stick with the account that I have now or like make something separate for it for like the studio itself, you know what I mean? Like, should I make a separate studio account kind of thing? I don't know. I just don't know if I remember to manage it as well. I'm being honest. Let's do that. Turn on back face mask. Ooh. Z? Maybe not Y. like that. And then turn off Z, do Y, X. Raise the intensity up a bit. That doesn't seem to work out very well. Let's do this one. Oh, is that what I had there? Is that looking okay? I think it looks okay. There we go. Imagine we get a new model on her before GTA 6. Get our hopes up. When does GTA 6 come out? Or supposedly coming out? Does anyone actually know? Is it still just rumor stuff? Or didn't they make an official announcement? Or does that not even matter anymore? Late May of next year? I mean, hopefully we get it out before then. That'd be nice. That'd be really nice. Bam. All right, so we have 3 planks. 3 planks. I think I might make 4 or 5 planks. 4 or 5 planks, and I think I'll be good on the planks. And then I can arrange those however I need to be able to build out other things as well. And then trying to think of what else I would need. I need to make the stone wall, some stone corners, stone wall, stone corners. I guess I'll make the chimney as a separate thing. Maybe I can make the window as a separate thing. Yeah, I'll just need to break it down as far as what it is I need to do. I'll need to make the steps. Yeah, there's a couple things I need to do to just like make the little accents together. I'm basically creating stuff as if you would like, if you had to break down like what things do you need to create to be able to make a house in Minecraft. Like that's the kind of stuff I'm breaking down to figure out what it is I need to do, you know? So we'll figure out how that stuff goes. You can model some nails sticking out of the wood tiles. I feel like that would be a bit much. But you know, I don't know. I think the floor is just kind of like gonna stick together. I don't know if there's gonna be an actual thing with it, but we'll see. That being said, let me see. I'm gonna send you on over to Nip Funk Gaming. Yeah, we have enough people. We have over 10 people. I'm going to send you guys on over to Nip. He is currently playing some Spyro right now. Give this guy a whole hell of a lot of love. I will see you guys tomorrow at 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern Standard Time, our standard time. And until next time, continue exploring, Smiths. Much love, everybody. Thanks so much for hanging out with us today.